Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? I'm going to be talking about the new Star Wars trailer for The Rise of Skywalker. Just saw it, and as you can see, I was a little bit invested in the game as well, but definitely way more excited to see this trailer. This being the conclusion of the saga films of the Skywalker saga, as it has been called. There's definitely a lot of pressure on this film, a lot of divide going on amongst Star Wars fandom with the controversy around the new Disney films. A lot of people were kind of iffy and did not like The Last Jedi. So the conclusion, J.J. Abrams picking up the mantle after having directed The Force Awakens, and he's got a huge task on his hands. And yeah, now that I've seen the trailer, let's talk about it. I love this trailer. I thought it was fantastic. Definitely got my Star Wars juices flowing again. This trailer was everything that I feel that a Star Wars trailer should be, and that is enough of those money shots of new things of that we all want to go ooh, and that we all start speculating about and making the theories. It had enough of that. It had enough of nostalgia, some memorable lines from some of the legendary characters. Meanwhile, not completely spoiling, giving away any big details as to what exactly is going on. The Star Wars fans. I personally don't want to know. I want to go into this movie as fresh as possible, and I think the casual fan who watches this trailer is just gonna see just classic Star Wars goodness, and that's gonna definitely get them excited. So yeah, this trailer definitely had a lot of that. Definitely satisfying. The score by John Williams that was playing in the background. That uh, that rendition of the classic Star Wars theme was definitely very cool, very nostalgic. There's a couple of tearjerker moments that come to mind. C-3PO saying, can't remember exactly what he said, something about I'm saying goodbye to my friends. Seeing Lando's with Chewie and the Falcon, that's awesome. The end when Luke Skywalker says, the Force will be with you, and Princess Leia coming at the end saying always. What a nice touch to the end of that film. Definitely super emotional about that, and so yeah, this trailer definitely had a lot of money shots, new characters, new creatures. Those new Star Wars horses riding in space look cool, and there was a lot of that, and just definitely just thought this was a very memorable trailer. Definitely gonna see it a bunch of times. I could only watch it once. I couldn't watch it like over and over again because at the end of the trailer, how it said that the tickets went on sale, I immediately was like, oh god, I was like, oh awesome, that was awesome, and then I had to like go into ticket mode and buy my tickets because I knew that they were already selling out. But thankfully, I have secured my tickets, and I'm ready to go for opening night. So definitely ready for that. Excited. And I thought this trailer was absolutely fantastic. One thing I commend Disney for, and they've definitely done a tremendous job of their marketing, and their trailers have just been cut so awesome. They've every one of the Star Wars movie I think has had great trailers, so this definitely did not disappoint. So yeah, that's the trailer. I want to talk a little bit about my anticipations for this film. This like I said earlier, this film definitely has a lot to live up to. It being the conclusion of the Star Wars saga, there's definitely a lot to be covered here, and there's this new sequel trilogy has definitely had its fair share of controversy. I personally wasn't really a fan of The Last Jedi. I appreciated what Ryan Johnson did, his creativity. He definitely brought his flavor into it. It definitely was the most unique Star Wars film. But I didn't feel like it connected well. There wasn't a chemistry I feel with the Force Awakens. I thought the Force Awakens was solid. Definitely a little bit of the rehashing. I agree with that. General consensus there. There was definitely a lot of that, but enough new stuff. I thought it was it was solid. It was a really good film, but I really wasn't a fan of The Last Jedi, and it seemed like this trilogy has been sort of what it is literally, and that is two different directors with two different visions, and you can tell Disney, the creative at Lucasfilm, they didn't have a plan. They didn't have a plan of this is kind of how we're gonna go. This general like this is how we want the trilogy to go. Let's let these directors tell their story. It didn't seem like that. It seemed like we had two films by two different directors who got to tell the story they wanted to tell. Excuse me, and that kind of didn't really serve this trilogy any justice. Really, there hasn't, like I said, there hasn't been really a chemistry. It just feels like this trilogy's been a little bit all over the place. It hasn't been as memorable, in my opinion, as the original trilogy, and even or as the prequels. I know a lot of people don't like those as well, but I have definitely have a soft spot for them. That is the trilogy that I grew up watching. So I think there's definitely some great things in that, and but this trilogy, the sequel trilogy, I'm definitely on the fence about. I think this new film is definitely going to make or break it in terms of its legacy and how all Star Wars fans are going to think about this trilogy is what J.J. Abrams does with this trilogy. I mean, there's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to finish off storyline wise. I mean, think about who was Snoke? I mean, he was set up as the new Emperor by J.J. Abrams in The Force Awakens, and Ryan Johnson just chopped him in half, literally, and there's no explanation of his backstory. I want to know, like, how was he able to undermine, to sort of control, or you know pull a emperor, like how the emperor seduced Anakin. How was he able to do that to Kylo Ren? How was he able to get under Luke and take Kylo Ren and turn him to the dark side? And what's the deal with the Knights of Ren? They were seen in that infamous Rey's vision, and they weren't even really mentioned, I believe, in the Last Jedi. So that's kind of the things I'm talking about here. Those inconsistencies. There's that through line, that chemistry that the first two films have had. So, but J.J. Abrams has the opportunity here to sort of connect all of that and wrap everything up. It's not going to be easy. He's only going to have, I would say, this film is probably going to be around 2.5 hours or so. Generally, what most all the Star Wars films are. But do I believe he can do it? Of course I can. Do I think with absolute certainty that it's going to happen? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, he definitely did a great job of J.J. Abrams of bringing back Star Wars, but can he finish this entire Skywalker saga off? That's definitely the huge question that all of us Star Wars fans have, and we want this. I want this film to be good. We all want these films to be good. We don't want there to be this huge controversy of the new Disney Star Wars films suck, or this, that, and the other. We don't want that conversation. We want these films to be great, and I hope this film is great. I'm super excited for it. I have confidence that it can be great. I'm not sure it will. We're just gonna have to all wait and see. So yeah. So those are my thoughts on this trailer and the movie going forward. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. If you liked what I had to say, please consider subscribing. There's definitely going to be a lot more movie content coming up and a lot more Star Wars content. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Please consider subscribing if you like and liking this video. And yeah, thank you for watching.